Hey, what's going on, everyone? And welcome to my channel. My name is Albert. And Tesla today is actually up a whopping $48, up to 890. That's about 6%. Why is it up so much? I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. These news articles probably couldn't tell you either. They're just a bunch of bullshit. But probably has to do with macro. Maybe because Elon tweeted something about inflation. I don't think anyone really knows, but it's up today. How long will it stay up? I don't know. But yeah, I'm not complaining. It's actually really good for me that it's up. Yeah, we're up 6% on the day, 10%, 9% on the week. Yeah, so as far as how I'm doing over here, really weird. I'm surprised to see this, but we actually made $4,600 this month. And it doesn't feel like I made this much because I'll get into it, but basically what happened, the majority of this money came from getting us that assignment and then the stock price going back up to 890. So basically what happened earlier in the month was I got assigned at 890, which means I paid $89,000 to buy 100 shares of Tesla when the price was lower, right? And then the stock price now is at 890, so that means I broke even on that purchase, but then I got a premium originally, and now that premium I can recognize. So that's where that most of that $4,000 came from. What I also have been doing, which I've been mentioning, I've been selling calls, which isn't it's kind of whatever. I never said I was gonna sell calls, but I started saying I was gonna sell calls. I just don't think the market's gonna go all the way up, which it did today, which I'm surprised. But basically, earlier this month, I sold the call for 840. I closed it before earnings correctly. I made about $500, and then the weekend after, I sold a 900 call, and then I closed like 4 days later for $872. I made about $1,300 doing that. And you can see I sold the third call, which is I still holding it for 890 on August 12th, which is 2 weeks from now, and that is not doing well because the stock price ran up so much today. So you win some, you lose some. At this point, if I get assigned at 890, it's not the biggest deal in the world because I did buy the shares at 890, and I would have collected a small premium for it. But what I should have done, I should have waited and then did it. But honestly, I had no idea the stock price was going to run up. So hey, it is what it is. If you've been following along pretty closely, which I doubt any of you have, but you'll notice that I have a different put here. So I actually rolled. I had a 900 put for September. I rolled it to October for 860. And the reason for that was because I didn't know that it was going to go up to 900 today or 890 today. And I was a little bit worried I might get assigned. So I might as well just kind of, if I could roll for even money, bring it down $40 for a month out, I'm willing to wait that time. Because I'm not doing anything risky right now. I'm just trying to get rid of this put for the close to the full premium. This 850 put I've been holding is positive finally. So really good day today. Couple of the rolling. So I kind of want to go through these rolls I've had because I've been rolling them for like the last 6 months. So the first one I'll talk about is that assignment I got, which I think is this one. So you can see here, I sold a put for in April for 900, and at some point before May, for 1 month out, so I collected $3,000 for it, 3,300. But at some point, the stock price took a dump. And in order to not get assigned, I had to buy it back while selling another put. So that's rolling. So rolling is when you buy a put back while selling another one. So you can see it. I bought this put back for $19,000. But at the same time, I sold another put for $19,000. So I basically broke even on that trade. And what that is giving me more time. So probably in May. Let's see what happened in May. So let's say, so I sold this put. Let's see. I sold this put in April. So April, the stock price was at, let's say April, the stock price was close to 1,000, and I sold the put for 900. But by the time May came around, the stock price is already at 800, right? So if I got assigned at 900, I would lose like $20,000. So what I did was I rolled it out. So I basically said, hey, I'm gonna prolong this. I'm gonna go all the way to July for 890. So I was able to lower by $10, but I was able to also basically not spend any money. So I got paid 19,000. I paid 19,000. Broke even. Technically on paper I'm down 15,000, but what ended up happening was around this time, July came around, I wasn't able to roll again. I got assigned at 890, so I paid $89,000 for those 100 shares. But now that we're back to 890 again, I'm basically even on that assignment, and then I got to profit this $3,000. It's actually a little bit more than 3,000 because I get 3,300 plus the difference between $3,600 or so, right? So that's that roll. Another roll I have, so you can see right now I'm holding, whoopsies, I'm holding this 860 put, right, which is up a little bit today. But the history of this put is, once again, in May or January, I sold the put for 975, and then by the time it was, you know, probably sometime in February, yeah, by the time February, I was already underwater. So I basically rolled it for even money, for 900 all the way to September. So I rolled it all the way to September. If you look at the chart here in January, let's see here, year to date. Yeah, January was super high, and by the time February came out, it was low. So I was like underwater. So I rolled it out super far out. I got paid 20. I had to pay 20K for it, but I got paid 20K for it, so I broke even. And now that we were a little bit closer to September, because I got signed on this 890, I didn't want to get signed again. So I just rolled it lower to October. So I basically got paid 890 or 980, and then or 9800, and then I paid 9800 for this, and that's where I'm at here. That's this put right here. So if we finish above 860 by October, then this will go down to 0, and I would have made a total of I don't know, I guess just $6,000, $5,700. So the original premium I got. It took me a year to make it, almost 9 months to make it, 10 months to make it, but at least I didn't lose any money. So that's the rolls I've been doing. That's how you kind of avoid losing money, by just keep rolling out farther into the future. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't go well. You got to roll even farther. I mean, honestly, a March to September roll is a pretty long time. But I think this was around when they announced the war, so I was really scared something was going to happen. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. So the only downside of what's going on is I sold this call a little bit too early. I should have waited for it to go up. But hey, it worked out to me for me 2 times. But then you can see here, like this, I only made $1,300, and I'm already down like $2,800 here. That being said, we still have 2 weeks left. A lot can happen in those 2 weeks. I don't think stock price is gonna go super high, but I don't know. The one thing I'm really working on is just managing my emotions. So I'm not gonna be like living in regret. Oh, I should have waited an extra 2 days and should have sold the call then. So yeah, I'm just like, hey, this is the information I had at the time. I'm doing it. I'm okay with how it ends up, and I'm just managing my emotions really well, not stressing about anything, which is I think most important. So yeah, another thing is I don't think the market is that confident. Like I don't think it's gonna stay at 900 for that long, or I don't think it's gonna run up super crazy. So I think it'll come back down at some point. So I'm just gonna hold it till that happens. I also had some calls in my retirement account that I'm just wheeling. So I'll give an update on that. It's not as interesting because it's my retirement account, but I think over the last year I made about 10 shares worth of Tesla in that account. So not bad. All right, that's how things are going. Hope everyone has a good weekend. See ya.